Coming up, the human body exhibition that has sparked a debate over where the bodies actually came from.
The basic question is, who are these people?
Protestors are calling for an exhibition of human bodies in Sydney to be shut down following claims the specimens from China could be the remains of political prisoners. Today, New South Wales Greens MP David Shoebridge raised his concerns about the controversial exhibition in Parliament, arguing that no person should have their remains on display without their consent. And a warning some may find the following story confronting.
We feel like there's a strong emotional connection that people make with their own body and also with life and death as it happens in their lives. At its core is an educational walkthrough of the human anatomy.
Last month, Real Bodies, the exhibition, opened in Sydney, displaying 20 preserved human specimens and another 200 body parts. Organisers say the bodies died of natural causes in China. They were then sent to a lab in Dalian to be plasticised.
We're using acetone as our main solvent to remove all the water and fat out of the tissue. From there, we replace that acetone with a silicone rubber. We then position the bodies and then cure them as the final stage.
Everything that we've done is legal. They have suffered no trauma. They are unclaimed bodies. And there may be an ethical debate that people want to have about that.
The basic question is, who are these people? Is this your family member, and again, without your knowledge or consent, your family member's body was plastinated, put on display around the world? You would be upset?
These bodies don't have an official identity, date of birth or cause of death. In China, that's not required if a body isn't claimed within 30 days. Australia has very different rules.
The law actually says if you're going to use a body part or a full body as an anatomical specimen, it requires that the person actually said, I'm willing for my body to be put on display in this certain way.
The problem is the bodies didn't die here. They're sitting under the Chinese legal system. That's the rules in which we operate.
But a group of academics and human rights activists have written an open letter to the federal and New South Wales governments saying there is credible evidence these are the bodies of executed prisoners and prisoners of conscience from China. The country has a long history of torturing prisoners through beatings, sleep and food deprivation and sexual violence. It's believed many were also used for organ harvesting, as donation rates were historically low.
These body exhibition actually show that in China, maybe not just organ transplant has been abused, even human body dignity may have been abused for commercial and political purpose.
We asked for evidence to support the claims being made by the protesters, but no direct evidence exists. They say that these specimens were plasticised at around the same time and in around the same region of China, that hundreds of thousands of people were imprisoned and tortured after a spiritual practice called Falun Gong was outlawed in 1999.
It's insane. For somebody who has any kind of credibility at all, to say that they have credible evidence, just show it. It's like they're trying to censor the people of Australia and say you can't go see a human body.
Some Chinese protesters have also taken offence to the exhibition, which has travelled around the world. Similar displays have been banned in some countries.
Those body on display has been young body and healthy, and some of them are even pregnant women. So I don't think any Chinese family will agree their wife or their children be on display.
We do know that Chinese people are very reluctant to have any part of their bodies donated after death, even if it's for a very good altruistic purpose like saving someone else's life. There's a very strong cultural resistance to even that.
I'm comfortable with the idea that an unclaimed body is used for teaching. It's you looking at what you're made of. It's very powerful.
I mean, it does look like a fascinating exhibition, but can you just use somebody's body without their consent? You can't just use their organs without their consent. Like, I don't know, I feel weird about it.
I was surprised that an unclaimed body was only had to be unclaimed for 30 days. Like, that doesn't seem very long to me.
But we do this with quite a long time.
Is it?
Yeah. You don't forget to pick someone up for 30 days.
I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
All right, we're going to go to a break. Lots more projects still to come.